on a new level. I'm on that new level. I'm on that new level. What's up, my Gromies? It's your boy TJ. Welcome to the iGrow show. Tonight we got a special guest, Mr. Red Art, aka the man himself, Cam. He brought us some fantastic things to look over. I cannot wait to get into some of this wonderful looking stuff that he brought out to showcase. I left all mine on the backstage because, dude, he came bringing the heat. So, without further ado, let's introduce the man. He does some wild wood burning stuff, as you can see around the set here today. We've got some of his artwork. This is all his local stuff. You saw him drop a post on the page. This is what I did, man. I saw your guys' beautiful stuff, and I was like, man, there's no way I cannot bring these people in here to showcase some of the awesome stuff that they're doing. I mean, we were given a bong buddy by one of our viewers, and a huge shout out. We'll get her posted back up on the group to let everybody know how to find bong buddies. But I mean, hell, man, we're here with Red Art. Red, dude, tell me about yourself. What aside from smoking weed, we got this wood burning. We'll get into weed in a second. Let's touch base on the wood burning, then we'll go get into some weed.
Well, first off, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Awesome. To be honest, I brought a gift for you. Really excited to come on the show.
Your mic is not on. Try to click the button on your box, twist the knob. There you go. We getting there?
Is it better?
Better? Good? All right.
Take two.
Awesome.
Take two and action. See, this is why we like these live shoots, because you never know what's going to happen. It always makes it more fun.
All right. Well, first off, brother, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
So I was really excited to come by and brought you a gift, a little wood burning action.
Ooh.
And, wanted you to.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me right now? Dude, he didn't show this to you yet, did he?
I'm going to ask him to do it. Yeah.
Oh, oh my Lord, look at this. Do you guys see this? Look. Oh man, let me see if I can get it on this camera a little zoomed in a little bit better. We got a cut on that one. Look at that, man. He hooked us up with an iGrow wood burn. This is sweet. I freaking love this. So all I'm going to say is when you guys come to see me Wednesday night at Java Surf, that's going to be with me. I'm not, from now on, that's coming to some of these shows we doing. I love this thing. So let me find a way to maybe stand it up. We'll stand it up here next to the Wheel of Fun, and I'll move it when it comes time to play. Let's not forget the first 24 viewers who comment get a spot on that wheel for a chance to win an 8th from my strain of the week. Okay? So get your comments in, get your names on that list, and let's not forget we hang tight to the end of the show and you get a chance. So, AJ Brock, we missed you last week. I don't know, we had technical difficulties. You're getting a free spot, and if you happen to be one of the first 24 comments, you're available for a second spot because I botched last week. That's how we do. We make things better. So, back to it. I mean, oh man, it blew my mind. I wasn't expecting this. Holy cow! Thanks, brother.
Of course.
Oh.
No, man, I appreciate you bringing on the show. So.
Yeah, no, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So.
But yeah, so I honestly started getting into wood burning from like it kind of was in high school. I did a lot of drawings, a lot of like graphic design work, logos for friends, stuff like that.
Okay.
But to be honest, I really wanted to start selling my artwork at any type of pop-ups, anything really.
Local shows, at any way to get your name out there.
Yeah, exactly. Like in anything really. So like a farmer's market or whatever.
Yeah.
And I ended up realizing that everybody's bringing just prints, drawings, fan art, stuff like that. So I was like, you know what? I'll just stand out, wood burn everything that I have already designed and drawn, right? And just put on wood burning. And it turned out great. My first show, I actually did it, I think in maybe 2016, I think, or 2017, and I sold out every single wood piece, and did mostly what you guys see here. That Hulk actually was from maybe I think 2.5 years ago or something like that, but it's all like comic book related.
So I mean, I'm digging it. He's got this Thanos hand over here where he's got some real stones. Do we got a shot towards that? I mean, I got to be honest, something like this, it blows me away. You know how artists take some time to do some paint. I can only imagine that this has to take some serious time. I mean, what is well, let's use this piece for example. You know, now that I'm kind of partial to my favorite, what did something like this take you to put together, man? I mean, I can't think this was like, you know, a 30-minute piece. No.
You know, it's funny. Actually, I haven't wood burned in a minute, so it's probably been a couple months. So this probably took more time to get it prepped up, get all my little pieces together, because I first have to get the design sort of laid out so I can get just a basic black outline. Then once I get that black outline, I'll either transfer it to the wood, either in some sort of like, you can either...
Like a stencil paper kind of thing? Like where you do the back side and then you flip it over onto it, or?
Well, basically you have to get freezer paper, and you have to create these freezer paper sheets. So I kind of make my own custom way of transferring it.
Okay.
It's not something you can research way of how to transfer images to wood and stuff like that. But basically takes some freezer paper sheets, pretty much cut them to the size where you can print them out. I print out any design that I have pre-made on like Procreate or any type of third-party app that I have. Then start wood burning it. And some typically like this, outlines take me like, honestly, maybe like 2.5 hours, maybe 3 hours to do, depending on the size. And then I just kind of just let myself just kind of, I kind of let the time just kind of take over. So it probably takes me like...
Well, I mean, obviously you get in the zone at that point,
Oh, yeah.
right? I mean, this seems like one of those things where, again, you light up one of these. Look, here, hold that monster up.
Oh, yeah, so I brought this thing.
I rolled up some regular ones. He's like, I brought one too. I'm like, inadequate a little bit on my end. So we'll get that thing torched up here in a second. So, dude, this stuff is awesome. I'm like blown away. Well, you know. Let's keep going. I mean, if you want to work on that a little bit while you're here, that's great. But I think the reality is you came bringing some heat. I would love to see what you have for us to test here. I mean, like,
no, aside from the art, that's what I was really excited about as well, was bringing some of the, you know.
I mean, art and weed go hand in hand, in my opinion. I want to showcase your art and your talent, because obviously you've got something. Because look, you asked me to draw, it looks like my toddler drew some stick figures. And I might get accused of drawing a leg that might look like a dong or something. I'm not good. Don't ask me for art. I'm not a picture guy. The logos, I got somebody else to do them. That's not my my bag. But weed, now that's where I tend to shine.
Oh, yeah.
So, what you got for us, homie? Let's see what we got. We got our testing equipment out here. We'll get all set back up for this.
So the first one,
what you got?
this one is, let's see.
Oh, let's also showcase the fact that everything that he is about to pull out of these bags here is all grown by him. Dude, I'm blown away. Not too many people are able to pull these kind of things off. And, you know, again, we were talking, there were some hiccups along the way. But, I mean, as far as being, you know, beginning with random seeds, things like that.
Oh, yeah.
Freaking, man, you're
Went
a
crazy,
monster.
man.
You did incredible. Some people are made for this and some people ain't. Homie, your thumb is green.
So
you got that green thumb. I couldn't be happier when you showed me these samples.
So I'm really excited about these right here. This is Sunset Sherbet. Now, this, I don't know the genetics. This is from a bag seed. And I just happen to have just one seed of it. Let it do its thing. Grew for about 125 days exactly. Veg for about 2.5 or 60 days.
You said Sunset Sherbet?
Yeah. And these are the biggest. They swallowed the biggest. And I did not do any sort of topping on this plant whatsoever. I let her just do her thing by herself. And check these out. These are the biggest colas I've ever grew. Yeah, and it smells like...
You were holding out on me. Look at these monsters. Hold on.
Didn't you notice?
Whoa! Hold on. We gonna bring these in. Look, you can see them in my hand. I mean, like, that's what this guy... Whew. But we're gonna get... Here, hold them up under that camera. Let them see the size of these things. Like when we talk about some giant colas, you want to see some giant colas?
Oh, yeah.
There they go. I imagine that when they were on the plant, they probably looked like your forearm.
Ridiculous.
Right?
Softball,
That's the only way they stay this size when they're done is when they are on the plant. We are talking like you can hide a soda can behind them. You know, there is no... This is a beautiful plant. And, I mean, he did this himself. The terpenes are absolutely wonderful here. We're going to take a little piece off of this bud. I mean, wow.
It smells like banana smoothie or something like super
so
sweet.
fruity.
Yeah.
Yeah, so fruity. So Candy Essence. Okay, so let's get this thing linked up first so we can get ready to run this one. So tell us a little about how you grew this one. Like what were your mediums? Did you what nutrients did you use? Were you happy with those nutrients? Is there anything you may have want to do differently if you? Because I believe we were discussing you don't have moms just yet, right?
No.
So like if you were able to do this one again, is there anything maybe you would find that you would have tried to do differently just after seeing how this one came out? Or I mean, I'm not saying this one's bad at all because I'm not. Like, hold up, guys, this is not like I'm not judging him. Like this is a home run right here. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, look, every time I do a grow, I'm like, I gotta tweak that.
Oh, 100%.
I gotta tweak that. So,
yeah.
just any insight on this
definitely.
particular one for you?
So this was my first photo grow, and honestly, I did not know anything about growing any type of photoperiod plants. I didn't even understand the relationship between 12-12 lighting and flipping them. None of that. I just knew about autos and throwing seeds into just some some rich organic soil and just let him do his thing.
Just see what happens.
Literally that way, yeah.
Absolutely.
So I ended up doing it. I kind of wanted to cater to more of like being able to train these, keep them in a confined space, sort of, or I guess train them in a way where they stay in a smaller space and then still grow to a decent size. I wasn't really worried about yield or anything. I was just worried about getting the best terpenes and, yeah, kind of just kind of learning from the growing experience. So, no, but these were all started off in solo cups. And Roots Organic, and actually no, I'm sorry. I had I used Fox Farm, their seedling. I totally forgot the name.
Happy Frog.
Yeah, Happy Frog, yeah.
Great for starting seedlings, by
yes,
the way. Like
100%.
if you're gonna go into soil, I go for the Happy Frog, the Light Warrior,
Yep.
and
the best, yeah.
any of those items because they're just extra aerated and the soil itself isn't overly fertilized. So
Yeah.
going straight into ocean forest, yeah, you can succeed. There's not, but that's a really strong like just base to start a seed into.
Yeah.
So like transplanting from the Light Warrior or the Happy Frog to one of those is
So that's kind of what I started with the solo cups. I realized that I was having like drainage issues and stuff like that, and at the time I didn't really fathom how much I was going to have to control this once I transplant them to their 1 gallon pots and continue from there. So eventually, after like 20, 30 days, I transplanted them to the 1 gallon, and they just started going crazy from there. And I did this huge defoliating thing where I chopped off every single fan leaf, all the shooter parts and everything like that, and a lot of people on Reddit weren't happy about how how I kind of just demolished the plants.
You went a little over,
100%.
a little too much.
Bro, they went in like that was one of the. It had like almost like 100-something comments on there. People just going in about how much I cut off, right? But then a lot of people just talked about it just takes a little more time, this and that. As long as you cater to it, they should bounce back right away. Sure enough, bro, they all bounced back. It was kind of the perfect thing that I did for this photoperiod grow. Yeah, they flowered beautifully, and I was just I was having like water timing issues. Certain plants would just soak up water within a day, just by the genetics of it, and just by like how fast they were growing. So I would have to water half of them in the daytime, the other half at night, etc., and do things like that. So, but inevitably, I really wanted to hit 8 strains all the way through in an entire grow, and
it seems like you succeeded
yeah,
rather well.
it was perfect, bro.
I have enough gear here to do 3, and where we stood, he's like, I got this. I'm like, woo! Well, I'm happy to share them all with you. So, let's talk about like your first grow. How did that go for you? Well, I mean, obviously,
that was funny.
Look, straight up, we all make mistakes. My first grow was not good.
No, you know what? That's the funniest story. Because I wasn't even going to grow weed at all. Like I wasn't going to grow anything whatsoever. And I had a friend of mine. Honestly, man, he's like one of my best friends growing up from high school. And he used to always hype up growing. He's like, man, bro, we got to start growing, and we got to get this place to Smithfield, whatever. Just hyping up, just growing in general. I just assumed it was going to be too much work. It was going to be, the smell was going to be too strong, you know, just like those simple things. So he eventually told me he was going to the Dominican Republic, was going to leave, and was giving me all of his just small grow stuff. So he gave me a 3-gallon pot with an already seeding white widow, autoflower white widow. So I didn't really know what to do. I stuck it in the windowsill, literally poured tap water on it, and just let her do her thing. And she probably was stunted for like maybe 2.5 months or something like that. But it was this was an 8-month grow. It was 8 months all the way to finish. Yeah.
Wow.
Because I kept checking the trichomes, like inevitably once I started to kind of understand what I was looking for and stuff like that. I was checking the trichomes like every month. It never was turning milky at all. And then I realized, I'm like, well, I mean, I stunted it so much in the beginning that
it may not make it all the way through.
Exactly. So, but I ended up super cropping it by accident because I thought that flipping the light would do something different or something. So ended up re-vegging it. It super cropped like crazy. I did this big training thing with it where I pulled like the middle cola all the way. I never topped it or anything. And
so no cutoffs. You just kept rolling it over into another pattern to keep the canopy where it was supposed to be.
I have a picture, and it's like literally arched over all the way, and it had this string because I didn't really understand training really like or low stress training or anything like that. So I just kind of winged it and ended up yielding about 160 grams, and it was great smoke. It was awesome.
Damn right.
It was really good. So, and that right there just got me super excited about buying genetics, and that's when I bought the Red Hot Cookie strain. Like immediately I seen it advertised online, bought the seeds, waited about a year to get my equipment together, and then that's when it did the grow.
Okay.
Yep.
So that is one of the ones that we do. That's the one we entered our version of it into the Hydroponics Cannabis Cup, and your version came out absolutely phenomenal
crazy,
too.
right?
like his color purple is way deeper purple than ours. Ours turned out more red to purple. But holy cow, I think that's probably going to be the next one we get ready to jam. I believe that is our 5-minute marker. Let me get that set back in real quick. Oh, I got one more minute left. So, but yeah, this is, that is not this one. This is his, the Sunset Sherbet. So,
but
that piece there. Yeah. But his Red Hot Cookies, I mean, just was... I guess it'll come out shortly. I think is that one of the ones we're going through for you as well, or is this one of the? Is this not one of the ones you wanted us to run for?
I do have one I definitely want to run. I have the Semango.
Okay.
I definitely want to run. And yeah, that.
And so, you guys can see the color of his Red Hot Cookies is way more purple to the red. I don't know if we can scroll back on the line there and just kind of see, but. He got some really gorgeous color out of this. I mean, we're talking about purple all the way through. Gorgeous orange hairs.
You can crack it open.
It does. It doesn't even smell like the version that I have at all. Like this is, and you're gonna get variations in flavor based on like your soil, your medium, your nutrients, things like that. But typically, you know, this is just a really far off version of the one I have. I'm really impressed by this one too.
Thank you.
So Red Hot Cookies, if you guys can get your hands on it, you can get some killer cuts. He also had a green pheno, which was pretty interesting looking. All right, so let's see. Back to testing. So we are on the Sunset Sherbet, that big monster cola that we had out here a moment ago. So we have given it our shake. We've got our measurement. We are going to pull our solution, filter it. Let's cap this. I don't want to bump it and knock it down, and then I smell like alcohol, and you know that's only so much fun. So we will do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's get our temperature. I am getting a 72.9. So we're going to do a raw flour, not decarbed. The weight of the mix we use is 137 milligrams, 137. The temperature was, what did I say, 72? 72. I said 72, right? I believe I said 72. Good enough. And now, empty tray slot. Oh, dang it, I hit the button. Wrong button. Okay. 137. 72. Begin test. Calibration. Okay, so now the test goes into calibration mode. The unit clears out its sensors. Get you ready for your next test. Again, this is the T-Check 2 equipment. So, it only takes a few moments for that to calibrate, but while it's calibrating, he gave me this lovely thing.
And that is Newberry by DJ Short. Really good, super tasty.
Oh, yeah.
Right, immediately.
Wow. This is a really interesting funk, like as soon as you hit it, isn't it? Okay. Insert the tray slot. Okay. Stage head, thank you. Okay, now we have the test in and we are checking it out. So we can put this red hot cookies back. That was just to show you guys. See, this is why you buy DJ Short.
Yeah.
That guy is phenomenal. We've got a pack of his Blueberry F5s that will be popping here soon as well. I was going to try and get to a little germination on today's show. I think we're already going to run way long, but that is okay. We might have to skip germination. So, Red, your rainbow sherbet, homie. Sorry,
Oh,
Sunset sherbet.
Here we go.
Sunset sherbet.
Bag seed, everyone. The unknown
Okay,
genetic.
this is rando bag seed, right? That's what we're calling this
Yep,
one?
100%.
Where do you think you landed?
I have no clue, to be
Oh,
honest.
you did good.
Are you sure? Really?
You did good.
You know, oh, wow. I am
You
surprised.
got a 26% even
I'm
on
genuinely
that. Can we see that on that there? Look, like I said,
Wow.
these are all done so you guys can see exactly what we're getting. That is a 26% cannabinoid profile on that particular
Yeah,
plant.
that's definitely what I want you to say.
Incredible. Incredible. I don't know if I'm smoking this one now or not, but
No, that's the blueberry.
don't worry, I got a bong right there. I'm going to sample that here shortly. This blue, which one? Not
I'm sorry, that's the Newberry. My bad.
Newberry. I want to make sure I got that right. Newberry.
I'm telling you, somebody corrected me online. I did not know the difference, and they were like, "No, Newberry just came out," or it's pretty new though. So
One of his newer drops.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I just
It's good.
happened to have the seed in there.
Okay. So, there we go. Test one down. So, not so bad for round one, right?
Yeah, that was cool.
I mean, think about it. When we had Maui on here and we did her, she scored pretty darn well too for what she thought. She was all nervous, but damn man,
cool,
came
yeah.
out swinging.
I was like, I had to go with the bag
Came
seed.
out
I was like,
swinging.
whatever it is.
Bag seed. Don't be scared of the bag seed.
Don't. I'm
if it's
telling you.
one in there, it's
Definitely.
probably going to be a good one. If there's like a dozen, you got to ask where they came from. That's all I'm saying.
100%.
Those are the two options
Yep.
you get. So, next up, where we going for the
No. I want to
not
do
the blueberry.
The Semango. That one is a Jack Hare cross. And once you know, get a little smell.
I am a huge fan of Jack Hare.
Yep.
That is a if you guys have ability to get one for outdoor that's not an auto and let it grow to its full potential. We're talking old school. That was like a 3 to 5 pound plant, and just imagine what we can do with new technology. Woo!
Right.
What is this?
The Semango.
That some fruit in there. Look at that, super
And
frosty.
So far, that's been that and this LSD that I have has been hitting the hardest for
Here
me.
you go. I'll let you show that in that camera over there. If absolutely, I can help you out with that joint anytime. Anytime you have an issue holding that joint, I am available. Here, stage head. Maybe we can make this one disappear again. So this is So Mango, right? So not mango. He is saying So Mango, S-O Mango. So
By Samoa Seeds.
Samoa, right?
Yep.
Not Soma, but Samoa.
Oh, I'm sorry, Soma. Yeah.
It is Soma.
It's Soma. Yeah, you're totally.
I
had a
hope
mistake.
it, like,
You know what?
like there are a lot of seed banks out there. I don't know
No,
where
you're
it came
right.
from, but I know my old school Soma. And
Yes,
Soma
it's
is a
Soma.
dirt organic grower who specializes in
It's Soma.
terpene profiles.
It's Soma, 100%. Because when I got this, I got this as a free seed when I did a big order, and I did research on it, and yeah, it's that old school dude. Yep. So apparently it's one of his One of his really good crosses. So like,
when it comes to outdoor stuff, you can always lean towards Soma. Soma was an older outdoor grower and cultivator for many years who, where he was from in the West was just, he was basically the shit in his time. Right? Again, everything has come along and we've bred so many different things, but this is the kind of guy who bred real genetics and then stabilized them before sending them out. So if you get a Soma seed, you're guaranteed getting quality.
Yeah.
I love his stuff. Unfortunately, I don't have any in my collection currently.
Yeah, but
that's not to say that I am against it. And that's that one?
Awesome mango. Yep. The whole thing.
Oh, man. All right, so here, now I need you to hold this joint while I take down some info so we get this right. So we've got 155 mango. We've got 155 milligram. Okay. So.
Now, is this like, I've seen these testers before.
They've got there are a whole bunch of different kinds of testers out here. So there's purple, which is a good one. And I was actually considering getting that one next. If I started getting any issues or troubles out of this one. But I got to be honest. I mean, every strand that I've put
really
through
like
it, I feel like it's been
Yeah.
it's been close between the quality of the smoke you're getting out of the product when it's done. I feel like it's pretty spot on. I'm not concerned about the inconsistency, as it were. It seemed pretty valid to me so far. And I mean, just even last week, I tested one that only came back at like a 13, and shit happens, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Like not all of them are that big,
Yeah.
but the profile on that particular plant was just so interesting too. Like, I like soil grows like that. The plant really has a chance to show out in soil.
Yeah.
So
That's what I've noticed.
just compared to other things, growing in hydro is great. You're going to get your yields up and everything else, but you always end up losing something in the overall appearance of the plant, like just flavor-wise. Not necessarily structure or look, because you can maximize huge, but I've always been a fan of the more, soils, or like I personally use cocoa. This way it works like hydro, but acts like a soil.
Yeah.
It's a really nice sort of middle ground for the two. But yeah, this one is really nice too. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. And you said you got a big joint over there. Here, this one can go out. You can scare me with that other one if you want.
Okay. All right.
Here we go.
Get it started.
All right. Get that one lit up. And guys, don't worry. We're still going to check into the iGrow, We Grow, You Grow. We're still going to go there. Don't worry. We've got a check-in to do. We got it all set up. Not too far off. Want to say hi to everybody. We got Ashley Beck. We got AJ Brock. I'm sorry about the confusion last week. You got that double spot this week. Thank you very much. Dustin, good to see you, man. Thank you guys all for joining us. I appreciate you spending some time with us on this Tuesday evening. So, back at it. So, some of the fun stuff going on this week while we're getting this going and getting some shaking. Like I said, what is Wednesday, guys? That wouldn't happen to be 420, would it? Is that tomorrow? Oh, man, I hope my clock's not broken. No, it's not. I dropped you guys some great specials on the website today. Go ahead and check those out. Those are going to stay up there till tomorrow. It's called TJ's Choice because anything that I choose for you, I promise ain't going to be no bad. You will thoroughly enjoy it all. So keep that in mind. You can come catch us at Canna Cafe, where we got cocktails, we got cannabis, we got good times, we got outside hanging out, smoking. It really is a great place to be. I believe, Red, you actually came out one night and checked in with us down there.
It was awesome.
I appreciate you coming out. Obviously, you have plenty going on yourself, but, you came down and spread some love.
Oh,
so
of course.
Thank you very much for coming and seeing us, And
Yeah, I love how you guys got things set up.
it's a fun place. The environment is really good. So, if anybody out there, if you're looking for something to do on a Wednesday night, you come kick it with me down at Java, down at the beach. We'll have a good time. There's always a lot of love, but, tomorrow's going to be extra special seeing how it's our favorite holiday. At least it's, right after Christmas. I really like Christmas. There was always a policy. If you don't believe in Santa, he don't show up. And so, to this day, I'll tell you, the fat man in the red suit, he's legit. He's legit. I don't know about all the B&E, but he's legit. So, you know, it works different when he leaves you something versus taking your shit. But it's all good. We love you, Santa. But second favorite holiday is definitely 420. So
Yes.
here's to you. Thank you very much. And this one is the So Mango, huh?
Yep.
All right. Not a bad smoke. The way that other one hit is just a little different. This one's sweet and fruity, and it's nice, and I feel like it's got a more sativa vibe on it. But goodness, what was in that first one you gave me? That was
That was Newberry.
that was that Newberry.
That was
Oh
Newberry.
my goodness, that Newberry.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, absolutely. That one. Ooh, goodness, that one was good. I'm looking forward to smoking some more of this stuff, but this one here, it is not bad at all. It's got that sweetness to it, but I like those different funks. I'm always looking for something different.
Yeah.
One of my favorite strands happens to be like the garlic breath, and it's only because like of all the plants that are out there, it doesn't meet that standard. Like it's not a sweet, it's not a fruity, it's not a it's like very very like pungent sort of just. It's just got those right notes for my style. So
Yeah.
I'm a bigger fan of those kind of notes for me. But like I said, because everybody
yeah.
likes their own terpene profiles and everything else, like every one of these has a place. But goodness gracious, man, that other one just has that weird uniqueness that I'm always looking. I always look for something
I
different.
know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Everybody's got the same
Yeah.
thing. Everybody's got that
like
blood.
almost-
Everybody's got that. Show me
Yeah.
something different. I always like different. That other one was something.
Well, that-
Dude, the
I-
taste on that Newberry is.
And that I try to do like a full fruity type of grow, so really hitting any terpene that had any fruit profile to it. But the bag seed, this is the second bag seed that I had,
Okay.
and it was supposedly sour diesel, but it literally turned purple. And then I'm trying to compare strains online and stuff, and there's not really a legit purple sour diesel. It's kind of just something that happened at some point or something.
Okay.
But somebody online thought this was Dutch Passion. On Reddit, maybe, I'm not sure.
The Dutch Passion Sour Diesel.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Dutch Passion. So, if you want to give it a
Yeah, let me
smell test.
let me get into that one. Oh, are we back with this one or? All right, I'll tell you what. Let's get this one tested up and going real quick. Go. So, and this one is the So Mango. So let's get all our intel into the system real quick. We've got 155 milligrams. We've got an infusion temperature. Let's get a fresh syringe because every time you choose a new mix, you go to a fresh syringe. The alcohol is one thing. There's nothing else touching the alcohol. The syringe for the material is the one that you watch out for. Clean one every time. So, put it somewhere close to the top surface of your mix when you draw your alcohol in. This way you're trying to avoid a lot of the particles that may get into it. This way the filter has to work less hard when you put it on the screen. So, put that there. Let's drop this here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We go 6 drops. Oh, that's no good. Look what I did, guys. I left that screen. I'm talking shit about the filter and I didn't put it on. See? That's what happens. That's what happens. Damn it, Red. This is all your fault, man. You're fired, bro. You're fired.
Got you messed up.
Coming out here with the So Mango as big as my finger.
Hey, I had to come do something.
Hey, I love it. I love it. All right, let's go. Clean back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Okay. So Mango is capped. We get our temp gun. Grab our temperature real quick. I got a 74.1 on there.
Okay.
So we go 74, done. Raw THC flower, empty tray slot, calibrating unit. Okay. Calibrating that unit every time. And that's what I like about it. You ain't getting no leftover residual. It clears its memory and clears out and refreshes itself, and it gets ready for the next sample that you're getting ready to load into it. So, again, I really enjoy this piece of equipment. So, now we are putting So Mango in the mix. Uh-oh. We got some crazy feedback going on, or is that just on my end?
It's everywhere.
Everybody's watching it? That's all right. There we go. That's how we keep you guys going.
Is the audio still there? There it goes back.
Audio's good. We're going to use you here real quick.
That's all right. We can use whatever we need to, as long as we keep the show on the road. Technical difficulties. Hot damn. That one's even better.
All right, let's.
That was even better.
What we got going on?
Zo Mango
I like this.
scores a 28.4%.
Yes, sir.
Look at that.
See.
You guys can catch that one,
what I like.
28.4. There you go. So Mango, he is knocking these out of the park. See? This is why you grow soil. You hit all those cannabinoids. I love this thing. Man. Ooh. And again, the smell in that bag is something so funky.
Yeah, that's great.
Absolutely. All right. And so, what we will do is, while we are getting the next sample set up, we'll do a quick cut to the grow tent, give everybody a nice little check-in, show everybody what's going on. What was the next sample you wanted us to test for you?
Let's see.
Looking at your sour diesel. I'm peeking at it.
Yeah, definitely check that one out. Oh, you know what? Let's do the red muffins.
That is a really interesting look.
No,
On smell, you don't really catch a sour though, do you? It doesn't have that sour
It
note,
doesn't.
right?
No, but it smells kind of diesel. Like it kind of has this
It's
gasoline.
got that fuel in it.
Yeah, that to me is kind of what I'm getting. But then I'm like looking for something else too. So.
It's almost like a fruit fuel,
Yeah.
right? So there is a gas in it. You can smell that gas in there.
And the same type of bag seed, wood seed from like a very large amount. So
That is an interesting bud. And so you found this bag seed. Was it in the typical sour diesel bag, like the little bubbly buds that we're all more used to? Like, I mean, we all know what sour did. Like, it's got that look. It's very unique. It's the bubbly structure, like the whole thing. This doesn't have that look at all.
exactly. That's why I was so surprised.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
interesting.
That's why I don't know if it's
Okay.
kind of mystery a little bit to me, but then I'm gonna go with sour diesel.
Okay.
But definitely the Newberry actually.
And so I actually used to grow the LSD from Barney Farms years ago
Alright.
when I was living in Tennessee for a while. Shout out to Bumfuck, Tennessee, where I hid out for 3-4 years and just did a whole lot of work. Thank you, small town nowhere America, that everybody would pass through. But yeah, this is the Barney's Farm LSD, right?
Yep.
I actually got this one from Barney's Farm in Amsterdam at that point.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's wild. And you know what?
Ooh, your pheno is different than mine.
But I specifically
But that
went
smell is the
to
same.
grow that. And
Oh, that smell is the same.
is it,
There. Oh yeah.
I
that's-
was
that's
nervous
nice.
it didn't turn out as good as I thought it would.
It
but-
doesn't look like its picture, right?
No, not at all.
The photo
Not
on
at
the
all.
phenome on the LSD
Yeah.
does not look like this, but I know the fragrance because my phenome didn't look like the picture.
Yep.
It didn't look like this, but it was that smell. And so I think at least
that
you got the
smoke is-
profile on it.
Bro, that smoke is so good.
For sure, that LSD is nice and sharp. Okay, so which one were we gonna go for?
The Newberry. Yeah, 'cause
Okay.
I want you to check out the
Yeah, here, I'm sitting
the
down
ones
for
in
a
these
second.
are.
Okay, so this is the Newberry, right?
Yes.
Wow. Yeah. Let's get a shot on that camera. If I could express the funk off of this one,
Oh my goodness.
I
yes.
really
That's
hope.
unreal.
I'm gonna cross my fingers I can get a nug of this before he goes because
Oh,
this shit is
100%.
fucking staying in my.
100%.
This is going in my collect. This is unique. This is unique. If you guys get a chance to link up with this guy and happen to get some of that from his personal collection, shoot for this one. I cannot say enough about how funky this thing is right here.
Tell
This
me
is
the name of it again.
Newberry by DJ Short.
Newberry by DJ Short. Guys, if you can get this plant, if you can get anything from this wheelhouse, dude, this thing is funky. It's that different funk I was just talking about. Right, I'm
Taste
sitting over
everything.
here going on about the garlic breath and how I want a different funk. That's a different funk. Wow. Good job, man.
Thank you.
Good job. Here, let's get a nice piece on there. Okay, make sure we get a good weight. All right. A little bit more. Okay. We got a 0.15 or 151. Okay, 151 on the Newberry. Okay. I gotta grind that up a little bit before I throw that in there. Look at me. So, while this is gonna get shook up, we're gonna go do our tent check-in with you guys. So this way you get a chance to see where those babies were. I'm still working out the kinks on the live feed. I guess I have to get a special service just to do that. We are getting that service. I just have to figure out which one is right for what we're doing. So, we will be doing the weekly check-ins. I will shoot pictures as needed if any major developments happen with those plants along the way. But while we're sitting here getting this one ready, what's going on with those is the 4 different styles. Living soil, 2 different feeds in cocoa, one a 1 part, one my feed, and then 1 in full hydroponics. And we're basically just going to let them go free. We're not going to do too much training, too much topping. I'm just going to let you guys see how they work, how they go, and we'll keep going from there. So, guys, you know what time it is? I grow, you grow, we grow. Let's get it. So, what's up, Gromies? We're back at it. We're in the tent. I told you we got the 4x4 going. This lady got a fresh change of water today. As you can see, 1 week later from what she was, little scrawny and spindly, she's picked up a little bit. I know you see here what looks like transplanted plants, but it actually isn't. This is a trick that I use to make transplanting really easy from smaller pot to bigger pot. So, like I said, we've got hydro. We've got, this one is actually So-Hum living soil all around here. That's what this one's going to be fed. That's what's getting transplanted too. So, what I've done here is I have taken the container that it was in. I used the soil. I filled up the pot accordingly. I set the pot down so that the levels are roughly the same height. Then I filled the soil back around it. This way you have a spot for this plant to go straight into. Now, what I'm going to do is grab my pH 6 water. I'm going to water the soil around the pot right now. So again, this one is coming from my start mix, which is cocoa. And we are just watering the So-Hum living soil with plain water. All right, so square shape for my square pot. Now, press down a little bit, slide our pot out, take our plant right over her new hole. Couple squeezes, she comes out. Look at all these healthy white roots that we have here. She's not pot bound yet. She didn't need to move, but we moved her because we want to show you how to do this in different ways. So, now, she is in her new home. This is where she will live till she gets planted into her final source, which will be probably a slightly larger pot than that. This So-Hum should last her about 30 to 45 days, but odds are we're only going to let these plants live for about 4 weeks before we flip them. I'm going to do the real basic stuff. So, you saw what we did there with the So-Hum. I'm going to add a little bit more. We can finish off the water I have here because I'm going to also do one with the coconut. So, we will take her label from her smaller container, put her back on the bigger container so we know who she is. Again, we're working with Black Cherry Punch. These are in-house genetics. And this is in living soil now. So, hydroponic, living soil. Now let's go to cocoa. I'll do one more of these with the 1-part nutrient feed, and then I will get out of here and I can do the last one, and you'll just see. So you'll watch me do 2 right quick. This is the Jack's 1-part mix I told you. So Jack's 1-part is something that you should be able to use from start to finish all by itself in cocoa as a hydroponic feed. We're going to test this theory. So what do? I've got my already mixed nutrient feed. Take the plant. And this is coconut only. This is not any soil. This is just coconut. This coconut is straight hydroponics. You feed this nutrient every time you feed it. So let's talk a little bit about Jack's. Jack's is a 1-part that after we mixed it only comes out to about 200 ppm. It's pretty interesting when a lot of the other feeds start off at around 500 to 700. And then they go up from there. So, Jack's, we'll see what you got with your lower dosage feeding regimen. I'm aware of how to properly feed the plant, so if it needs more, we'll give it more. If it needs less, we'll give it less. But we're going to start off with what you say, right according to your label. So, cocoa, shift your pot, leaving your square still in the ground. Oh, look at those cocoa roots. Man, almost like I've done this once or twice, guys. Boop. Dropped in. Now, pack it right on in there. And look at how easy that transplant was. Little to no shock at all from original pot, little pot, to big pot. So, plenty of ways to make these plants move faster, take easier to whatever it is you're doing to them. The trick is low stress. There are some high stress training techniques, but they start high stress and then go like next to no stress. So again, it's all about training. Living soil, only going to be fed water its whole life. Coconut in iGrow, only fed 1 nutrient. Coconut fed my full line. Hydroponics using general hydroponics 3-part flora and a couple of little boosters towards the end. So let's get back at it. Always with hydro, CalMag. Same with my feed. My feed has CalMag in it. Calcium, magnesium is good for these plants. There isn't overdoing it. I'm not going to use any in this one. So I'll get that changed, and you'll see it next week the way it should be. So let's get back to the table. Let's get back to Mr. Red and see where he's at, because from my angle, it looks like he's getting down on some burning. 6 drops. Our temperature on that is going to look like 73. Done. Begin test. Empty tray slot. And now we're back in action. So, while the unit is calibrating, Fred, what's the inspiration for a lot of this? Is this, I mean, you know, you said you do a lot of the, you got Marvel over here or Venom. Don't let me insult who's ever
no, you're fine.
or somebody, and I'm gonna get jumped after the show because I don't know. My son beats me up every time I don't know where they come from. But is it what spurred you to go this route?
So, honestly, just to kind of show it at the Comic-Cons, I figured that people are going to be doing their fan art, at first I had kind of paintings of a lot of different characters and stuff like that. So putting them on wood kind of I would say just easily fit, like my style kind of just kind of took over that market for the Comic-Con. So for now, I'm doing I'm kind of doing a sort of a farmer's market pop-up here coming up in May, and I'll be bringing sort of cannabis style art, or wood burning art. So I'll be taking a lot of pretty much any of the anything cannabis related, taking those. Let's see.
Just influences and putting it to the wood.
Yeah, but not something too generic, like just a fan leaf or something like that. Like I have these detailed cola shots that I have, and I'm pretty much going to wood burn those on any of these and kind of play around with incorporating different characters and stuff like that. So.
Okay. Yeah.
But a lot of this stuff is really older character stuff. Like this is supposed to be Gandalf, and then I kind of would remix it by adding in my own sort of touches to it. And
yeah, can we get a shot of this up here?
that's
you
what
got
it kind
one?
of looks like.
Okay, there we go. All right, so I was touching that up while we were over here. Got any? We got some Q&As to go. We've got some results on this one. Again, I said this was my favorite one in the group. Right?
Oh, wow.
What was my favorite one in the group, guys? My favorite one in the group came in at the lowest. It came in at a 16.3.
That is so
I was telling you guys the whole time. My favorite one. This one is funky. I'm getting this one left. He had 2 at 26. Mm-hmm. I still want this one.
It tastes great, man, and it hits
like,
too.
Like I tell everybody, the numbers are only so good.
Yeah.
It's what hits you right.
100%.
And this one is one of those different ones.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my goodness, like for real. I wish we had smell-o-vision. Come on, technology. When are you gonna catch up to me? Red, what's your event? What's this event? Where can these people find you at?
Yeah, so if you follow me on Instagram, at some point in probably towards the end of May, I'll sort of slowly disclose the location of the pop-up that I'll be at.
Okay.
But it's pretty much like a farmer's market style pop-up, so they'll have more like handmade things like lotions, soaps, stuff like that, infused items, edibles, things like that. So that's why I'm kind of going to cater more towards like cannabis style art for that show. So you'll see a lot of wood burnings with just a bunch of colas kind of fluttered all over them. So
I'm looking forward to having my hands on one of those too.
yeah, then and honestly, it's my first dive into something like that. So I'm excited because I haven't really seen a lot of that at all anywhere online. Like anybody doing wood burning and just taking anything weed related and doing it. So.
The little bit that still goes on is far off from where we are in this community, and I mean, like I said, I love all this art. Art is what makes the world go round. And I say art, and I include everything from stuff like this to paintings to musicians to even my bong buddy is art in its own regard. It's all subjective. What you find good doesn't have to be somebody else. Just want you guys to know. You got an Instagram, a YouTube you want to shout out? How about Big Wasp Tattoo? We
Yeah.
got some love for them guys.
So,
Okay.
so basically, if you guys check out my YouTube page, I'm sponsored by Big Wasp. I review their tattoo machines. So if you do order from Big Wasp, just put in the order code Red Art. All you gotta do, you get 10% off anything on Big Wasp's website for me.
There you go.
But it's mostly just tattoo equipment. So if you're into, practicing, I do only practice work. I don't tattoo professionally or anything like that. I just review equipment, do practice skin work. So if you check out my YouTube page, I have tons of like practice skin style videos and things like that. So
Heck yeah. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. So talking about the YouTube and where you can see some of his stuff, we updated the name of our YouTube page. It is now the iGrow Show. Easier to find, easier to get a hold of me, easier to watch. I do go by Dr. Green Thumb, East Coast Doc Green Thumb, but that's really just like a backup. Call me TJ. You see me in the streets? What up, TJ? That's how you see me. So the iGrow Show, we're going to be keeping that going on YouTube. That's where you can find all these wonderful things. We've got 420 Jua. Weed and marijuana and 420. There's got to be a better way to put that together. I need a better teleprompter.
Plug Java Surf for tomorrow.
I'm getting heat. Java Surf tomorrow. What are you doing on 420? Well, I know what I'm going to be doing on 420. I'll be hanging out with these guys up here at the CCC down at Java Surf. If you haven't been there yet, why wouldn't tomorrow be the perfect day? It's 420. We're going to come out swinging for the fences. You know how we do. Come hang out with me. Come talk to me. Come meet me live. Come shoot the shit. I'll bring my test equipment. We'll test your flowers that if you've cultivated them. Let's talk. I'm happy to test your cultivated flowers. If you've got something that you got sent in, sorry, not my bag of chips. But I am so happy to test what you grew. So, you know where to find me. If you are a member of my group, it's $10 to get through the door. But as usual, I give everybody pre-roll just to come and hang out because what the hell else do I do? I love this stuff. If you missed the CCC Easter event, let's say Hoppity Easter, let me give you a quick throwback on that. You missed an epic event. I got bit by a dog while I was wearing my bunny ears. This thing got my gooch so freaking good. It was great. My boys over at Grow Depot, he got jammed up too. He had a couple of gnarly wounds. And with that being the case, hey guys at Grow Depot, if you're out there watching, and all of my lovely viewers, we've got a date for our class. It's right now tentatively, May 19th, I believe. If you'd like to know more information, how to sign up, this is not going to be one of these cheap little classes. This is going to be a 6-hour class. You're going to have to figure out math. I'm going to give you all sorts of stuff. And when you're finished, if you pass my test, then and only then will I give you a certificate that says you can harvest as good as start to finish under my instruction. We are going to get you guys ready to grow and be capable of doing this all on your own. I'm either going to do a feminized seed that you get to leave with at the end of the class, or I'm going to try and boost one of those plants in that tent so all of you guys can get a cut of that black cherry punch, which will be the AKA Dwayne Cherry, my passed away friend. That strand was ran just in memory of him. So again, we will, if I can boost one big enough to I can give 20 of my students in that class one of those cuts off of the same plant, that's what we're going to do. If not, I will have 20 feminized seeds that at the end of class I will have germinated, you will plant, and you will leave with. This class is to get you from start to finish. I want you guys to know what you're doing. We're hosting it at a hydro store. Why? What better place? If you guys need equipment, if you guys need nutrients, if you guys need any of that stuff that's missing from your regimen, you'll know what you're missing by the end of my class, and those guys got it all for you. If you can't wait till Amazon to get it to you or some other different means, I prefer brick and mortar. Grow Depot is a great spot. We've got plenty of awesome hydro stores locally. I believe I Love Hydroponics actually gave us our first starter kit to give away to one of you guys. So shout out to them as well. I don't know if you remember back then when I first did this, I don't think it was on the show. I just kind of gave one away in the group just because. My class is going to be held at the Grow Depot in Virginia Beach. We have some spots open for you guys in my group. I'm holding 15 spots for you guys, and then moving forward, we will split it between my group and who they have already signed up. I want to get you guys all as talented as you can be. I want you guys to have an understanding of this plant. And there are so many times where, again, Red, you said, when you were starting out, you had how many mistakes and you were still able to pull through?
It took 2 years.
And-
yeah, bro. It took two terrible back and forth.
Let's do our best to make sure that those woes are less woesome.
Yep.
All right, because if I'm not going to tell you you're going to be perfect right out of the gate, but what I'm going to say is, I can save you so much headache. This is a real course. This is not something, here, hang out with me for an hour and you're done. Because anybody who knows this stuff knows you're not going to learn this stuff in an hour. There's a lot more information, and this is just the starter class. This is just the one that gets you start to finish for a basic understanding. So if then you want to proceed, we will also offer like a specialty courses beyond that. Red, I thought I had some empanadas. Am I tripping? Was there something about some empanadas? Ooh, yeah, I come hungry, but look, I appreciate my sign way better. Where'd my sign go? Where'd my iGrow sign go? It disappeared.
I'll put it up front.
All right, good. We got my iGrow sign over here. Look, I'm about to start crying. I got my iGrow sign, so I love that. But
I totally forgot. I'm so upset because my girlfriend makes them all the time, bro, and they're so good. They're
I heard you
She
bragging
makes her
on
own
them.
sofrito and all that. So it's like
Hold on. She
it's
makes her
banging.
own sofrito.
Bro,
So like I don't have to go down to the shop
No.
and get the stuff I keep
No,
in
no,
the
check it.
freezer
No,
and
no.
scrape it out anymore.
No, this is
She
the
makes
thing.
her own.
Her dad makes it and like makes this huge batch, and then we just take it and freeze it. And so it's
but
kind of like we're like a middleman. So
Hey, look, that's okay.
You know what I mean? So-
Look, the best sofrito comes from the people that barely speak this language.
So you're coming back
I want
tonight.
one from my fresh Puerto Rican.
I gotta bring some back to you guys.
I gotta drop this. I had an ex whose grandma was fresh off the boat, Puerto Rican. Like we are talking,
Bro.
like barely spoke English. This woman cooked for me. She was the one who got me up to the 400 pounds the very first time I got big. I had to drop all that weight. After me and her went our separate ways, I went on a diet and fixed all that. Obviously, I'm not that anymore. But I used to be 400 pounds, and it was thanks to my Puerto Rican grandma who the chicken fricassee pots would not stop.
Bruh, yeah.
Look, he
I'm-
turned his
I'm-
head, which means he knows
Yeah,
what language I'm speaking. I'm not tripping.
My
I'm not
girlfriend
making this stuff up.
That's why I'm mad. I'm couldn't break it.
He knows. He
Yeah.
knows. Red, dude, it's been awesome hanging out with you, man. I'm so
Definitely. I
stoked you were able to
appreciate it,
come
man.
out and kick it with us and show us some love. I love this stuff. Guys, follow his Instagram. That's how you're going to find the pop-up where he's at, where you can find some of this awesome art. If you have a hard time doing that, I'd be willing to bet that if you reached out via to canachris757@gmail.com, he would be happy to send you some contact info to this guy to get a hold of any of these wonderful pieces of art, to find out where he's going to be at one of his shows. It's a community event, guys. Come out and show some love. This is the first of many we're going to have here. I saw plenty of you guys showcasing some of your beautiful stuff on our page. You'll be next. I look forward to it. And, I usually end the show with a fun fact. So, on the note of some wood burning, Red, did you know that fun fact right there? Would you like to share that one? I didn't know that one. You see that right there?
Yeah.
What do you think about that? I mean, read it real quick. I'll give you a chance to read it.
Okay,
What do
so-
you think about that one? I did not know that.
That's brand new to me.
Really? So,
Didn't know that wood ash is particularly rich in potassium and phosphorus, which makes it very suitable for the final flowering stages of cannabis as a fertilizer. And it's about the NPK is 0.13. So very interesting.
guys, that wood you burn in your wood pile back there, if you're one of these organic growers and stuff like that, guess
Don't
what you
skip
can do?
out.
You can scoop it out of there, you can throw it on your stuff, and you can fertilize your stuff at the end. Plain and simple. Nice and easy. Stay organics. Guys, check us out online, iGrow-va.com. You know what it is. I grow, you grow, we grow. We're in the business of growing. The more you watch, the more you grow. The more we grow, the more we hang out. Guys, recommend us. We'll see you next time. Thank you.